ShakeIQ, we drive sales growth and physician loyalty for the med device companies you invest in, work at, or support. We've basically developed a next generation vertical AI tool specifically for medical device sales reps in a rep-centric way. Why? Because when we get reps to actually use our tool, we solve the challenges of commercial enterprise leaders. I'm David Feygin. I've been an enterprise medtech leader for close to 20 years. And honestly, I just grew incredibly frustrated that the best we could offer our medical device sales reps, right, the front line, the critical endpoint of our commercial value chain, the best we could offer them was a CRM that they absolutely hated. They hated putting their data in because it was cumbersome. They actually didn't want to put their data in because they didn't want to share it with the mothership. But the bigger problem was that these CRMs simply don't help the reps do the jobs that they need to do. And again, to me, that was just, that's crazy, right? Because when that rep-physician relationship is working well, patient access improves, you sell more. Patient outcomes improves, you get better data about your products, and physician burden is reduced. And when that relationship isn't working, basically the physician is on the phone to your competitors. So let's start out the story at the top, right? Meet Sean. Sean is a SVP of sales at a mid-size or larger medical device company. He's got big budgets, spends $5 million just on the tech enablement of his team alone, oversees anywhere from 50 to 500 reps, and he's usually smiling, right? They're great guys, smiling, lots of experience, shaking hands. But deep down, Sean is actually worried. Last week, he thought he was going to make his forecast no problem. This week, he has no idea what went wrong. And then he digs in, and he realizes that the data in his CRM is either completely missing or completely wrong. He realizes that the reps this whole time have been focused on the wrong opportunities, not the opportunities that are going to drive sales and growth. And he realizes that his new reps are taking so long to get up to speed and cost so much that, again, he's not running an efficient organization. And all of this is because he doesn't have that visibility to the front lines, and the data just isn't in the CRM because reps aren't using it. So what does Sean do? Right? What's his big plan? He goes, I got to turn the screws to the reps. I got to get them using the CRM. I'm gonna threaten them with sticks and compensation reductions. I'm gonna give them some carrots. Then you end up hitting them over the head with sticks and over the head with carrots, and it just doesn't work. There are about 2,000 Seans in the US. This means there's about $10 billion in annual commercial technology spend for Medtech. And the dirty little secret, or maybe not so little secret, is that despite billions invested into digital commercial tooling for managing accounts, for daily activity, for prospecting and pipeline, frontline reps remain analog. The stories we heard are crazy, right? First of all, someone just say, I just try to remember everything. Then some people say, well, I write things down on notepads and sort of stuff them away, and every other rep tells us that ends up in the laundry and they forget and they can't read it. And probably, most telling, well, they use, iPhone apps and notes and contacts to store what they can, but really most telling is that every one of these reps has created an Excel spreadsheet just to track their own business. And when these reps remain analog and disconnected, how can Sean possibly run his org, achieve his quota, and run a really, really efficient sales team? And that's what we changed, right? We have built, with ShakeIQ, a rep-centric AI tool that reps absolutely love to use, that unlocks performance. It enhances the provider relationship, right, between the rep and the provider. It captures new critical information from the front lines, and all of this closes the data gap so that Sean can be successful, so his reps can be successful, and so that the business can succeed. We basically sit in between the rep and the physician, and throughout the day, the rep uses our tool. Why do they use it? Well, because we're surfacing insights, right? We're surfacing opportunities to move the pipeline along or identifying new leads. We're developing synthesized collateral so that the reps can reach out and leverage the millions of dollars of collateral spent by all of these med device companies that never ever before actually made it to the front lines, to the reps, to the physicians. We help the reps capture the insights so they don't have to scribble it down on a piece of paper. We help them prioritize actions based on the impact to them, the rep, which is obviously aligned to the impact of the business if you got your comp plan correct. We help them automate tasks with AI, and we provide an all-around intelligent assistant so that when reps use ShakeIQ, they win with docs. And the data exhaust, the data about the rep activity, the data about the rep customer interaction, all goes up to Sean so that he can actually run and manage his organization optimally and lead the way he wants to. So our go-to-market model really relies on reps and rep utilization. That's why we go direct to reps. And we delight reps with this first ever rep-centric tool. They've really never seen anything like it. But once we get rep traction, that actually propels us into an enterprise sales motion where we deliver that oversight that, again, the guys who have the budgets, that have the money, that's what they care about, the visibility to the front lines, hitting their quotas, understanding where they are, if they're on track or not. We have expanded services, right? Implementation, integration, custom analytics, because every one of these Sean's likes to run their organization a little bit differently. But although we're starting in Medtech, because the problem is just so profound, right? It's so big. There's no reason why we can't go into diagnostics, digital health, and eventually even across all provider-facing sales. So far, we spent about $700,000 of our initial pre-seed financing. We're super capital efficient. Through that, we've obviously researched, right? We've understood through really deep user-centered design with the reps what product we need to build. We've built the product with the whole back end, lots of tech, lots of AI, lots of data, and we've actually delivered it to two teams, one in capital equipment, one in implantable pain management. So we're currently in use. Now, we're not asking for money just yet. We're still trying to build some traction over the next 3 months. Again, we're expanding usage amongst reps, hope to have another pilot, and even a early commercial deal looks promising. We think that that's going to set us up really well over the summer for our $2.5 million seed raise. That'll enable us to execute against the significant pipeline that we have, and obviously to build that Series A traction with the offering. Got a great team, very seasoned, very expert, and at the same time handpicked to be very hands-on, right? Which is what we need. We need expert strategists, but people who can actually build and do. And you can imagine the team that we need. Obviously, hopefully, you need me. But the rest of the team is absolutely critical, right? We need obviously the deep tech, the AI, but also clinical insights, and just profoundly necessary for our thesis, design, user experience. Obviously commercial and marketing too. So ShakeIQ, we're the first vertical AI experience built for this digitally underserved device rep, on-the-go tool that reps trust to collect insights, automate sales actions, close deals, the AI-powered real-time account intelligence that reps need to build trust with customers, right, physicians and stakeholders, and at the highest level, the executive level visibility that leaders need to drive that customer loyalty and to grow their business optimally. So again, please reach out if this fits your investment thesis for our seed raise, or if you happen to know any Seans, or if you happen to be a Sean. So thank you very much.